So it's me, your little boy Kid Samson. There was a place that I travel to Uptown, but the recent video that I posted not up to 20 minutes. Then the video was not long due to I don't have too much time. But there are some certain things that I want to touch in that particular video that I ought to touch, but just because of time, that's why I'm here to let us know in this particular video, which it relates to that particular video also. And God be saying, so the truth is this: if you want to be successful in this earth we are living, in this world, in any country you based, in any state, in anywhere you based, particularly as long as you are on earth, you are breathing, and you want to make life, listen, you must surely have something in doing. Yes, believe me. Sorry to say this word. Many of us believers believe that prayer can do everything for us, which is truly what error. Yes, I'm not saying that prayer is no good. Prayer is the key, as the word of God have already ordered us. Prayer is the key. But when you look at what Jesus narrated, he said, give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar, and give to God what belongs to God. We have 24 hours. So in that 24 hours, you will not tell me that if you take like 2 to 3 hours in praying, it won't be enough for you. Yes, let's be real. And each of us have on Sunday where we used to go to church to do. And the word of God himself did not tell us that this is appropriate time to pray. You can be doing a work and you are praying. You can be cooking, you are praying. You can be driving, you are praying. You can be eating, you are praying. You can be sleeping, you are praying. God did not say this is the appropriate time or this is what you ought to do. The Bible makes us to understand that no food for a lazy word. That means if you are not working, you should not expect something. In other words, God made a decree, said a man that cannot provide a food for his family, that means a lazy man or a man that cannot work, who is not ready to work. When the Bible said a man that cannot provide a food for his own family is more wicked than than witches and wizards, or is more wicked than the witches and wizards. That simply means it did not say that you must have everything, but you must be ready to do something. Many of us believe that prayer can provide all our needs. That is why we have a lot of fake pastors today, fake apostles, fake ministries, fake people, because many of them don't want to do work. Sorry to say this word, but I must surely tell you something. I must surely enlighten on this. If you are not ready to do work and you keep praying 24 hours, 12 hours every day, you will end up still be broke. Yes, believe me, you will end up still be broke. That is an error, and it's not in God's diary that Christians ought to be broke. No. The will of God is that we will do what? Prosper, and even as our soul prospereth. And he said the word that he will bless the works of our hand. He didn't say he's going to bless the too much work, or hey, we must work every work, or we must do work, or we must be doing have a huge work where they pay millions of naira. But he said he will bless the works of our hand. That means we must have something that we are doing. So brothers and sisters, the truth is this: if you want to be useful on earth, here we are, you must surely find something you are doing. Either you are anything at all you are doing. There was a comment that I had one day. A lady, when I talk about before you look for your soulmate, you must surely try all means to have something you are doing. A lady said some women are at home taking care of their children and all those things, and I hate that. Yes, believe me, if I have a sister or I have anybody that relate to me, and her husband, the husband ordered her not to do any job, that means the man wants you to be a slave. When I mean slave, it's not being a slave. That means maybe he will treat you like that. But there's difference between I want this, I want to buy biscuit, you have the money. I want to cook this, you have the money. I want to buy this cloth, I love it. I don't have to ask my husband for this. This is what I adore, I love it. And maybe you went to a market like this, you see something that you love, you just do it. Not that as a maybe you have children, that does not mean you ought to work every day. Whether you based in Europe, for instance, you based in Europe, yes, I know that it's very difficult for a mother or a mother of like two children, one children or three children to work. But you can create a time. You can decide to find a job that you can be doing either 2 or 3 hours, that will give you resources, whereby if you want to buy anything you love, you will not first of all ask your husband. Think about it today. If for instance now you are living with a man, and the man you are living, you depend on him 24 hours, he is the provider, you are just only there, cook, clean house, maintain duties, the duties of women. But what if the man lost his own job? You know what I'm saying? Not that it's not good sometimes. I'm not against it, but I don't love it. It's not good, because that is why a lot of violence are taking place, and that's why they are taking a lot of ladies for granted. Believe me, there will be a time where the man will feel tired. He will start to treat you as if you are not, you worth nothing at home. Believe me. If for instance the man provide 50 euro, for instance, you provide 20 euro. When the man is about to talk, he will know that you are a provider at home. Am I sure what I'm saying? So that is why we need to find something in doing if we want to make something good, if we want to create respect. I'm not saying that men should treat their wife badly, but it is good for a woman to have something in doing. And mostly where it is easy, when you are in Africa. Yes, believe me. When you are in Africa, you have privilege. Even if the man asks you to not do anything, you can just beg. I'm not saying you should force your husband. As a woman, you are the key to man's soul. No matter how stubborn that man may be, if you know how to tackle the man, just touch. When they just touch your husband, that man you said is so what is a beast, or you call him all sorts of names, just touch him. Use peace, use that spirit that God have given you. Touch him, and you will know that all those things that he have never done for you, that he's doing for outsiders, either side chick and all those things, he will start to do it. What am I trying to say is this: just you can open something in your front page and be selling it. Little by little, your man will see your effort, and you do what? He will help you to enlarge it, open a store for you. But where it is hard is that when you feel so tired, when you feel lazy, we have a lot of women who are hard working. Yes, believe me. We have my mother traveled to different states with the help of my dad. My dad permitted her to travel. That is why today none of my brothers, cousins will travel to any places where my dad will be afraid that they will steal or they will do bad thing to feed, because we have already learned it. That is why you need to understand. The Bible says the beginning of a man may be small, the latter end will do what? We expand. And the Bible also make a word. It said, train up a child in the way he should grow, and when it become old, he will not depart from it. So if you have this mentality of being at home 24 hours, and you got to understand that your children will also follow the leg. Sorry to say this, they will also follow the leg. So we need to have something that we are doing if we want to prosper in this earth we are. When I was in Libya, just that because of my stature, so the man that carried me, he said the word. He said that I can't work, he can't help me to find a job. Then I managed to be doing a job, 10 euro. Yes, 10 euro every blessed day, just to feed. From that 10 dinar, I mean to say 10 dinar every day, and it's a very heavy work. They call it fanyame, that is furniture. I do it for 1 year, and I save money. Not that I can't go up there. If I want to jump people who used to do all this stuff. Not that I don't have all those stuff. Even when I traveled to write my exam when I was in Nigeria, I still follow. Some of my friends will be telling me, you come to write your WAEC, you come to write your WAEC, and why are you going work? Why are you doing all this work? Why can't you just sit down and relax and press phone 24 hours? I said, no, I will follow my landlady. I will follow her to work. I will work like from 7 o'clock to 12 o'clock. I will go back and study. Around 3 or 4, I will just go back to take my lesson. So what am I trying to say is this: we must find something that we are doing if we want to prosper. You know, that is one of my uncle tell me one day. He said, something, if you want to prosper as the world is going, you must surely have something that you are doing. You must surely find something you are doing. Not only depending on government or depending on today I work, tomorrow I don't work. You must be ready to work 24 hours. I was shocked because I was thinking that he's already matured. He don't have that system. He do used to live on, you know, old system where they, you know, go for and work, eat. So when I discovered this, I decided to post out this video. Brothers, let's be ready, mostly for men up there who are in Europe. We have a lot of men who think that depending on women we make them certified. Yes, believe me, we have a lot of lazy men up there. Yes, I'm not going to lie you. We have a lot of lazy men up there. All they know is just to dress, depend on their women, depend on their lady. The lady will work 24. That's why I said we have a lot of strong women up there who are ready to make great things out of the life God have given them. So if you are ready to progress, stop sleeping 24 hours. Wake up, because there is enough time for you to change your status. No one on earth that God did not say he will not prosper. God have already made all of us. But the problem is that many of us believe that manna will still fall. We will progress, even when we are not working. We will prosper even when we are working. That is why a lot of people today, they prefer to pray than to work. That's why if you look at the world, the way the world is going, if they count the rate of worthy men on earth, many of them are unbelievers. Why? Because unbelievers believe that working will make you rich. And some people said the reason why they are rich is because being rich is bad. Now that if you are rich, you won't enter heaven. Think about Solomon, think about David, think about Esther, think about Anna, think about how many worthy men that God blessed in the Bible. So being rich is not a sin. And the Bible make it clear that money answered everything on earth. Yes, money, that is the book of Proverbs. Money answered everything. So if you are ready to work, what you don't respect is what you can keep. If you have this mentality that being rich as a Christian is a sin, it will be very difficult. And that's why a lot of pastors now, they'll just prophesy in order for you to be sowing, to give them, because many of them don't, sorry to say this word, many of them don't want to work any work. All that they want to know is that they will do what? They will depend on their church. Yes, believe me. I tell one of my friends that if I visit Africa, I may not even visit some churches rather than the church that I was brought up. So what am I trying to say is this: we must surely know what it takes to do or to be successful, which is called handwork. Yes, you must find something that you are doing. You must have something that you are doing that God will bless. Because when you don't have something that you are doing, it becomes hard for God to bless you. Even if you pray every day, fast every day, do the best deliverance, it becomes hard for God to bless you when you don't have something that you are doing. Believe me. When God sent that blessing down, it's just like when you are pouring water on top of a stone like this, like on top of all these stones here, because nothing that it will stay and germinate. So you must find something that you are doing if you want God to bless you the way you have been expecting. Not that God is not going to bless you when you are praying, not that praying is a sin, but when you are praying, you are not working, that is when it becomes lazy. You know what I'm saying? So let's have something that you are doing. Even if it is 10 euro, 20 euro, from 10 euro it becomes 10 euro. Even if it is 1 cent, tomorrow it will become 2 cents. So let's find something that we are doing. That is why we have a lot of, that's why I love many of Muslims. Yes, believe me. I'm not saying this because I don't hate anyone. I love everyone from the deep of my heart. But if you come to Western world, if they tell you who are those who hustle the most, are Muslims. Believe me, are Muslims. You will never see a Muslim man staying in the house of a woman, sleeping 24 hours. It will be very difficult for you to see one of them. I have lived with them. Not 2 years, not 3 years. This is up to 6 years. It will be very, very difficult for you to find them. But you will see a lot of Nigerian men. All they know is that wear Gucci, dressed, and do that. I'm a Nigerian man. But the reason why I'm saying this is because of I'm here to tell you that working is the key to greatness. Yes, many people believe that praying is the key. Many people believe in that God will bless you when you are not working. But that is why you will do what? You will pray 24 hours and at the end you will still be broke. Why? Because if you don't know the foundation, if you don't lay the foundation and you start to do what? To build without the foundation, it will surely collapse one day. So we must first of all lay the foundation, which is hard working, and back it up with prayer. May God bless you and remain blessed. This is your boy Kid Samson. Do not be offended by my word, but the truth is all that I will always tell you. Remain blessed. May God bless you.